Ah, enemy. Friend only. Huh? Last class we were in sixth slide, na? You asked in your channel, yes, cooking channel in Instagram. Ritvijan. Yes, no, cooking channel. He's cooking. Yes, no. That's nice, yeah. I'll learn from him. That's good only. Hi, Himanshu. So last class we were discussing about somatic and so beta last class we were discussing about somatic and germinal, that is genetic variation. So you need to understand that somatic means we have understood one very important point there now. Like in somatic part, whenever it is there, so we have understood that somatic means where the body part will be cut after birth and it is not going to change. Correct now? That was considered as somatic. Understood? And germinal or genetic variations were those variations, good evening everyone, and genetic variations were those variations which were present in bloodline. Understood? In the DNA wise it was present and it was having the capability to change the DNA of the child. Understood or not? So that was exactly called as germinal genetic part. And after that, Tarun, good evening. And we have learned this part, somatic variation. And then we talked about types of variations. So now we are going to understand how many types of variations. So if somebody will be asking you, get ready for answering those questions. But here, heredity part, you need to understand here, germinal or genetic variations. Germinal or genetic variations, can you tell me those different type of genetic variations that will be exactly present? First we will say eye color, that is the color of the pupil. Then we talked about the skin color, then the body design. Correct na? So different type of characteristics are there. Satya, good evening. Tarun, good evening. So different type of characteristics, body design is exactly going to bring the alleles. But hair color is also there. Absolutely correct. Hair color is also there. Now next important point, Sarmila, hair color is there, but these may be already present in ancestors or sometimes developed due to mutation during their lifetime of an organism. So beta, we need to understand here that Nishant, good evening beta. So now look here, face cut, the chin size and what is exactly this chin content will be there, correct na? And the nose design, eye design, everything will be genetic only beta. Understood? So how you look, sometimes you resemble your father, sometimes you resemble your mother. So different combinations have been exactly taken. So these combinations are exactly coming under what? These combinations are coming under that type of trait selection what a person is exactly getting at the time of zygote formation. At the time of what formation? Zygote formation. Last time I'm telling, you are talking. Understood? So here, this is the most important thing. Now, alleles we are going to understand one by one. So height and eye color are examples of genetic variation. Height and eye color are examples of what type of variation? Genetic variation. What it is called as beta? Genetic variation. So now we are going to go for the next one. Now we are going to understand that how it is exactly going to affect the population and how it is exactly coming. Now you check very nicely, father and mother. So they both are exactly, see, there are two type of breed. One is called as pure breed, another one is called as mixed breed. Understood not? So mixed breed and pure breed. What is the meaning of pure breed? Pure breed means कि both the traits will be dominating or both the trait will be recessive. They will be considered as pure breed. Understood? So pure breed when the breed will not have a crossbreed with any other breed. Understood? So such breeds are called as pure breed. But what is called as the mixed breed? The mixed breeds are those breeds where it is exactly having combo of different type. Yes. So here we have taken a mixed breed. Understood? R and R. Understood? So now you check one thing. I am just going to discuss about some type of disease. Okay. So I may not be able to check the comments. If any comment will be coming this time, after that I will check and read everything. Okay. So now better understand this one. So when a father is exactly mixed breed because R and R is there. Here also R and R is there. So they are exactly is there. Are they both mixed breed or pure breed? Mixed breed. Now here one will be exactly obtained when the cross breeding will be done. It is exactly going to give you a pure breed. It is going to give you what? Pure breed. Understood? So this is a case of what? Unaffected 1 in 4. Understood? So the pure breed, just understand one thing. One simple example we are trying to take and trying to understand. Okay. So just understand one thing, beta. Like father and mother, they both are infected from diabetes. One example we are telling. They are affected from diabetes, and it was said that the diabetes can be carried forward from one generation to another. So XYZ any disease or a type we are going to understand from there. Are we going to study this? So now what happened is when the crossbreed will be done, what happened here is one part will be coming which is purely pure. Understood? So here this boy or a girl born will be exactly free from any disease. Understood? Because his ancestor or her ancestor both were free from disease. In due course of time, they have got that disease. Now they are mixed. They are mixed. So now one child will be there which is not, and the second child will be having, and this one will be also not affected. But these three children will be affected? No, because now it is also mixed. It is also mixed. But the one which will be having both recessive will get that disease. So 1 out of 4 children will be getting affected by that disease. So that disease was what you call? Yes, carried by father and mother. But father and mother did not show the symptoms of that disease. In my career, I have seen one boy, he had like dots in their leg. Understood? So now what happened is their generations are not having that dot. Then they went to one doctor, and the doctor is explaining this part that it is coming from forefathers. It is not from you. So maybe this type of trait was sleeping, recessive in father's side or mother's side. But when they both join, because close relation marriage means some type of recessive traits are getting combined, and it will come out as a, understood not, output. And that time the trait what it is exactly coming is getting affected by that disease. Understood? So this is the most important part everybody must remember. So genetic variation is caused either by change in the number of structure of chromosomes or gene. Understood? Second part is the diversity is quite high in case of sexual reproducing organisms. Understood or not? And it is reshuffling of trait during gamete formation. So these are the most important causes because of which once the selection is done, after the selection is done, exactly the recessive trait is coming, and the child or the person, the progeny will get affected out of it. Understood? The recombination part is very correct, beta. So that's what. So genetic variation is caused either by changes in the number of structure of chromosomes or gene. So this is one reason because of it. What is the second reason? The diversity is quite high in case of sexually reproducing organism because of shuffling of trait during gamete formation. Diversity means variations. The diversity means more selections are given. More selections are given means more options will be there. Got it? So why it is said that? Now I'm having one question from all of you. See, this is actually genetically proven. The first child of the parent will always be mentally strong, and their physical fitness and strength will be quite high in compared to those of the second children and third children. Why it is so? Who can answer me this question? The first child is supposed to be, it is actually more stronger in compared to that of the second or the third child. The first born child in the family is always not precious because more memories are there. It is not like that. That's a different case. But physically, they will be more stronger in compared to that of the second or third children. Why? They're elder because of that? No, no, not because of that. They're elder not because of that they're getting. No, they're not getting dominant part. Utsav, hi, Utsav. So, what is the reason behind it? You need to understand first. What is the reason behind it? Listen, children. See, when the first time a female is getting pregnant, the uterus is exactly preparing. Understood or not? So, uterus usually prepares every month. Got it? So, here yes, the best trait is not like that. You need to understand that first comes the unique selection. Got it? The unique selection is the uterus is preparing for the first time. Got it? So uterus, once it is the womb is exactly preparing for the Praveen. Can you close your mobile, please, and keep it one side? Yes, so whatever selections will be there, genetically this selection is supposed to be the first part selection. Understood or not? So it is always unique. First section is like that. Second section is कि the womb is preparing themselves for the baby first time. The placenta connection to that, and first child means the mother is mentally preparing. See, there is a definitely high level of change in estrogen and progesterone level in the body. Got it? So first time this high level of hormonal changes are exactly doing in the mother body. Understood? And the thing here is the nutritious diet what she is taking, that is also better for the first time. So makes everything unique for the first child. So once it is exactly coming, the first child is supposed to be always they are physically and mentally little bit stronger in compared to that of the remaining children. I hope you might have understood this one. Take it positively. If you are from the second or third child of the parent, that does not mean that they have not taken care of you. The nutritious diet and everything, the medicine intake, the curiosity, everything makes the first child always special. I hope you might have understood this part, beta. So now we will go for, but this part is diversified selections are there when selections are there when sexually reproducing children are there. Understood or not? So the species which is exactly coming from sexual reproduction, they have more variations and they have more selections. I hope you might have understood. इसके बाद होगा इसी में है. ठीक है. So now accumulation, now look here, accumulation of variation during reproduction, asexual reproduction. So first we are going to talk about in asexual reproduction how variations are accumulated. Beta, understand this. See from where the concept, from where, Himanshu, I just told a very simple thing, Himanshu, that I told that the sexually reproducing organisms, see, just simple example you take, one African married an American. Got it? The 23 pairs of chromosomes and 23 pairs of chromosomes are coming with two different parts of the world. Their lifestyle, their content, the gene content will be totally different. Now, when they will be matching, the child bond will be definitely stronger. Why? Because very rare selections, the genes are exactly very rare and they are exactly combining. The child bond will be having more strength. But close relation marriages, the selection of the genes are coming from very nearby part. So definitely when close relative marriages and close relation marriages are there, then the babies are exactly having some type of defects. So eye defect is very, very normal. Eye defects might be seeing that close relation marriages means some part it is exactly getting affected by eye defects are coming. Can you keep your mobile one side? Is mobile is there? Okay, fine. So this is the most important thing. I hope everybody understood. Fine. So now we are going to go for the next part. So now look here, beta. Now we are going to talk about asexual reproduction. I hope Himanshu समझ में आया बेटा? Due to environmental influences, no, there, see, it's totally about their immunity system and the chromosomes, how the chromosomes have withstand the different type of situations. Understood? The diversity sections are exactly influential there. Got it? So Can I explain the next part? Because these things are very, very important for you people. Can I? So now cloning. How many of you know about clone? How many of you know about clone? Any idea about clones? Any idea about clones? Yes. How many know about clones? First say. The same copy of someone is called as clone. Good evening, Vishwa. Good evening, Evan. Thank you so much. So definitely, how many of you know about clones? Don't make your clones. World will come in trouble. That's the only thing I'm telling you. So now look at. So the most important part here is if somebody will be talking about clone, clone is exactly having. We are talking about clone. Clone is just the copy of the DNA of one individual. Understood? The replication of the DNA strand is exactly considered as what? Clones. Understood? And you know that first this type was done in one sheep, and that was name was Dolly. Got it? So that was the name of the sheep, and there, yes. So that's exactly coming under the clone system. I hope you might have understood. Now we are going to talk about asexual reproduction. See, in asexual reproduction, different type of asexual reproductions are there. In reproduction chapter, we have studied binary where their fission process was there. After that, regeneration was there. After that, fragmentation was there. Correct or not? So definitely different type of reproductive systems we have learned, like asexual and sexual part is there. Now what happens in the sexual reproduction? In sexual reproduction, two different people are there, male and female are there. But beta, in when we talk about asexual reproduction, the same parent will be there. Understood not? The same parent will exactly break. So the DNA copy will be 100%. So there the chances of variations are very, very less. The chances of variations are actually very, very less. So that's why asexual reproduction do not give a wide range of selection. Got it? Because the DNA is very, very closely selected from the father, or that is the parent one. We can't call it as a father or a mother. But we call that the split cells, what is coming is, yes, that is considered as a single parent. Absolutely less variation will be there. And what will happen? The selection will be coming from the same DNA. Got it? So most of the time, the chances of variation is very, very less. Got it? But sometimes what happens, due to environmental factor and due to some what you call outside factors, the chemical content present in the atmosphere, that comes under environmental section. If it will be done at the time of what you call reproduction in a sexual way, if there might be some mutation, then the daughter cells will get affected. Understood or not? So bug example is a one single example we can take, like green color bug was always caught. No, red color bug was always caught by the predators. So what happened? Sexual reproduction in heredity is the process where offspring inherit a unique combination. Very good. Super. The two parents will be there, the gametes will be fused. Very good, Himanshu. So definitely whenever somebody will be talking about this section, we will be understanding that the red bug was nicely caught. Understood or not? But the green bug, so they muted and got converted into green bug. So green bugs are very difficult to see because the leaf colors are also green. So definitely the catch point will become very, very minimal. So that's exactly getting due to what? Mutations. So definitely mutation is one of the result of variations. So mutation will bring variation. Mutation will bring variations. Understood? So I hope everybody might have understood. Now we are going to read the content, what is exactly present there. Asexual reproduction is monoparental. Monoparental means single parent. It involves only one parent. That is, organism inherit characteristics of only one parent. So selection is not there. The next part. The next part, there are only minor difference in progeny. Means the offsprings will have wide range of difference? No. Minimal difference will be there. I hope you might have understood. Lokesh, good evening, beta. So now, what in all things are there here? So there are only minor difference in progeny produced through asexual reproduction. And these variations are generated due to small inaccuracies. Due to small inaccuracies. So the mutations is coming due to small inaccuracies, beta. and generated due to small inaccuracy during DNA replication. So when the DNA will copy at that particular moment, what happens sometimes, the inaccuracies will be exactly leading to variations, leading to variation. And that is what we are, what word we are using, we are using the word mutation. What word we are using, we are using the word, very good, yes, the progeny means offsprings, beta. The progeny means offsprings only. So now look here. So when we are talking about, so inaccuracies will bring, that's what I told you now, कि certain changes in the DNA will bring what? Mutation. Sudden changes in the DNA will bring mutation. Understood? Now next one is, as a result of offsprings are almost a carbon copy of their parent, are collectively known as clones. Understood? So that means what? In asexual reproduction, what type we are seeing? We are generally watching clones. What we are watching, beta? Clones. I hope you might have understood. We are watching clones. Got it, everybody? So now example, asexual reproduction in bacteria, amoeba and yeast. So those who are exactly unicellular organisms, they are having what? Asexual reproduction. And they will be exactly generating their own offsprings of same kind. Got it? Now we are going to talk about the sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, actually what is happening? So children, please cooperate, because teaching this one means you need to understood. Yes, leishmania also will be there. They will be also breaking. So definitely, yes, this is, now listen here. We are going to go for the next one. In sexual reproduction, when characteristics are inherited from two parents, so definitely what will be there? Two parents will be there. Variation will be there. What will be there? Variations will be there. Understood? So now male and female. So similarities as well as subtle differences are inherited. Some similarity from the parents we are getting, and some differences also we are getting. So these differences lead to variation among the individual of new generations. Understood? And this is exactly bringing what? Variation. So if this new generation in turn reproduces the second generation, so definitely they will accumulate more variations. So but in this way more and more variations will be exactly coming. I hope you might have understood. Like I am belonging to my parents, my parents belong to their grandparents, so definitely there will be very much differences coming in me. Understood? So that's what now homo sapiens, our ancestors were not looking like the way we look alike. Understood or not? So height factor, hair is exactly present in the skin. Now the hump backside, understood or not? Everything, the vertebral column, the arrangement of everything, so that was actually different, and that is actually different. Understood? And is different from the other one. I hope everybody got this point. Come on, say done now. So now we are going to go for the next part. So if this new generation in turn reproduces, the second generation produced accumulates more variations. So some of these variations are inherited from the first generation, and some are newly created. Thus, we succeeding generations accumulate of variations increases. Correct only, na beta. Our accumulation is exactly more in compared to that of our other previous generations. Understood? So now variation in an individual may be advantageous or disadvantageous. So now can we talk about the advantage or disadvantage? So how can you say, give me two advantage of variation and give me two disadvantage of variation? Two advantages of variation. Online children, give me two advantages of variation and two disadvantages of variation. Lokesh, after trip will be over one day, you know. After that you will come in school. Your ear will be there and my hand will be there. And definitely I'll drive scooter that day. Okay, I'm reading the comments. We can adapt to any temperature. Hey, she's telling the advantages of variation. We can adapt to any temperature. They can withstand any situation. Adaptation. Tarun is telling, ma'am, what is that? Temperature. Lokesh, I am not. Okay. I have everybody understood? So beta, what are the two advantages? Okay, Ruchi has given the answer. Huh? Just say what A. Just give the advantage. One advantage Ruchi has given, that advantage of variation is tailbone has become vestigial. The tailbone, the bone which we had, is exactly now vestigial. It is going inside. See, the first part of the embryonic formation, embryo formation, understood not? So first the zygote will be there. After zygote will comes as embryo. Embryo stage will be common for most of the animal. After embryo, once it is exactly going to get converted into the baby, structure will start coming. That section will be different, because the coccix, the last bone of the human body, is called as coccix, and it is also called as tailbone. What it is called as tailbone. The coccix will get, okay, the coccix is exactly going inside, understood? But for other organism, the coccix is coming outside. Sorry, other animals, the coccix is coming outside, so tail will be formed. For us, our last bone is exactly going inside, and it will help us to sit. If last bone will be outside, means we can't sit there, understood not? But our bone is going inside, and it will help us, and it will help us to sit. Got it? So the posture maintenance is because the coccix is going inside. Understood not? So that's the advantage of variation. What are the other advantage of variation? Adaptability in different situation. Well done, girls. So definitely it is exactly adaptation and variation. So now beta, what are the disadvantages? Once beta any disease carried in that, it will keep on carrying the disease. That's what we have already discussed. Another one is defect in the body structure, defect in designing, understood not? So once the defect will be disease and defect. That day I discussed, na beta, one mother was exactly having no arms. So definitely the child born, they were not expecting that the baby born will not have arms, but the baby born was having no arms, understood not? So definitely what happened here is, if we learned one thing, like if defect in the body structure once comes, then it will be exactly going and passing on from one generation to another generation. And you know what, one thing, eye defects are a very common part. You know beta, once eye defect will come, then eye defect can be carried forward from parents to offspring, understood or not? So these are exactly, yes, the progenies will get affected because of it. And due to these reasons beta, we are always saying one thing, that whenever defects are coming, the defects are exactly due to one factor. And what is that one factor? Variations, understood? So variations can bring defect, variations can be advantageous also. So variations are having advantage also, and variations are having disadvantage also. I hope children you have understood. So now we are going to go for this. So now always one question CBSE is asking, that is it possible that in sexual reproduction 100% copying of DNA will be done from a parent? The DNA will collapse. The DNA will collapse. 100% copying from one single parent is not possible. It is exactly, because it is due to the selection. So that's what we discussed. Now 50% taken from father side and 50% taken from mother side. 50% taken from father side. Very good, all of you. So 50% is taken from father side and 50% is taken from mother side. Now psychologically, one more factor is there, which I want to discuss with all my children. Listen, now listen everyone. Listen everyone, we need to understand one more thing. Every time the see, this is one part where control and coordination section I did not discuss with all of you. Always there is a saying that learning comes from parents. Learning comes from parents, smartness comes from parents. So are it sorry, is it good evening beta? So now you need to understand this one. If somebody is telling that if parents are educated, children will also be educated, is it exactly reflecting that the learning is heredity? Learning is coming from heredity? The correct answer is no. Well done, beta. Super. So definitely you need to understand, yes, absolutely, it is not true. learning is one of the most influential section coming from the surrounding and the society. Understood? Now beta, we have learned this part. Yes, absolutely, everyone is absolutely correct and learn this part very nicely beta. Like we have always seen one example, one cartoon character was there, and that was Mowgli. Correct now? Though Mowgli was a child of a human, but he inherited the characteristics of animals, because he was brought up in the that surrounding where only animals were there. This proves the fact, yes, this proves the fact that this proves the fact that the environmental factor is the most crucial factor for learning. Understood? And which is the basic learning? From where we start our basic learning? The first school of every individual is home, and the environment where they are born and brought up. Understood? So now listen. Bagheera. Yes, definitely Bagheera, Mowgli. These were the characteristics. You still remember? Then that's a very nice one. So now listen. Yes, so that's what it is proving, a very important factor. Listen, it's exactly proving a very important factor, and that important, hey, that important factor is what? That learning is not heredity. Otherwise, Einstein children will be Einstein, Newton children will be Newton. Understood or not? But here it is not like Shaktiman children will be Shaktiman only. Understood or not? But it's not like that. It's exactly the combo of the gene, the best gene selected, the person will be, see, physical, mental fitness is most important, high Avani, and that will be exactly giving to new eras. Understood? Shakti Murga. Yes, environmental factor is very, very crucial. I hope everybody understood this one, beta. So now, hey, enough. So that's what always remember. Learning is always coming from. Thank you so much, Avni. Learning is always coming from where, beta? Correct only. It might not be possible, Himanshu. So now look here. Why do children resemble their parent? This is a one question CBSE is asking. So please kindly write this question first. And how to write the answer also I am teaching you. Why do Yes, that's very important. A very good question has been asked from Rajput. So understand this. Surrounding and society is the most important thing. Children, one very important question came, and I really want to discuss this question. Please let me explain this question. Why a very healthy parent, children can be handicapped, infected with polio? Understood not? So polio word is there. Now India very proud to say that long back the government has explained India as a polio free nation, but long back we have suffered along with polio disease. Understood or not? Now we need to understand why this is possible. So this is a very, very important question. Please, I want to discuss this question. See, at the time when the zygote selections are there, beta, you need to understand the parents are very healthy, but at the time when the sperm and the ova is meeting, and that particular section, when the fusion is taking place, the mitotic meiotic divisions are starting, at that particular moment, there one small coding defect will change the child life. Are you understanding? Now, beta, crucially, what is exactly tell that ki when a mother is knowing this defect can be coming from the mother's side. Understand not? So, if father is very healthy, mother is very healthy, but at the time of the zygote selection, mother might have taken some pills, medicines. Understand not? Maybe abortion medicines she has taken. Openly, I am saying, because many times the parents are not wanting a child, so she might have taken, but since it has exactly crossed the first stage of zygote formation, it is only going to get impacted. Understood? The DNA selection will get impacted and the child born will be abnormal. Headache medicines. Understood or not? Different type of medicine. If a mother or a father will be exactly suffering from cancer, understood or not? Anyone suffered from cancer, anyone might have taken chemotherapy, got it? Any defects in present in that, it will definitely impact the child. I hope you might have got this answer. I hope you might have got this answer. And because of many factor, one factor is there, beta, at the time of selection. Yes, at the time of selection, a slight change can change or change the total lifespan of a child. Understood not? You might have seen in some families, now one boy or one girl is born abnormal. So that is not, and other children are actually normal. Are you understanding? It is due to that situation, it is due to that specific medicine or something, but the mother is not knowing. The mother is not knowing. So, and because of that, only the entire content will change. I hope everybody might have understood. Thank you for asking this question. This is actually indeed a very good question. Now, why do children resemble their parents? Because the DNA of the parents are exactly contributed, correct now? So what is DNA? DNA is what? The genetic information, the coding system with which, so beta, every imprint of the parent will exactly result into one characteristic of the child. Understood not? So imprint here means what? The genetic part will be exactly changing the lifespan. So definitely the combination of both of this will be giving birth to a child. Understood? And the child will be the combo of both the combinations coming from both the parents. I hope you might have understood. Everybody, did you got this point? Tell me. So this is the most important part. So now, why do children resemble their parents? This is because the parent pass on genes to their children through gamete during sexual reproduction. Write down, this is CBSE question. Whatever questions in PDF is there, whatever content is there, these questions are much asked again and again. Why DNA copying? Why this is mutation is there? So everything in this PDF I have exactly accumulated and writing. So why do children resemble their parent? Why? Because it is exactly made with what? Gene, gametes, male gamete and female gamete. So male gamete and female gamete fusion will only bring a child. Understood not? The zygote. So here, that's what. So this is because the parent, both father and mother, pass on genes. What they pass? Genes. Genes to their children through gamete during sexual reproduction. A to the point answer. A to the point answer, no here and there. Got it? And these genes control expression of characters in the young ones. These genes control the expression of characters. Note down. This gene controls. Yes, it is possible, and it is possible when beta, if it is not, see, that's what you have to see the previous part of the video. In that I talked about somatic variation and germinal variations. So when somatic variations will be there, when you are writing, I'm explaining one part. When somatic variation will be there, beta, at that time, like before marriage, a person hand got cut. So after that, if their child will be born, it is a somatic variation. The somatic variation, or like burn in the body. After birth, the burn in the body comes, or any what you call cut or agony accident, something will be there, and after that the child will be born. The child will be born because of the same DNA what the parents are resembling for. Okay, but if the before that, if the parent is exactly getting some type of defects, like mother is smoking or mother is having some habits of taking drugs or something, so that will mute the cells, and then if they will be having child, slight variations may come, mutation may come. Understood? Other than that, it is not possible. I hope everybody understood this part. Note down, beta. This is the most important part. See, look here. This is because the parents pass or gene to their children through what, beta? Through gamete during sexual reproduction. And these gene control expression of characters in the young ones. So children attain characteristics of either of their parent or maybe of their grandparents too. So from their grandparents also it is coming. From their grandparents also it is coming, because beta, I told you that day na, ki from the body the father is giving 25% and 25% is coming from their great grandparent side. Understood or not? Mother is also giving how much percentage, beta? 25, and 25 giving from great grandparents, including father, grandfather, great grandfather. Understood? So that's what, so only we can resemble to their we can resemble to our parents or great grandparents. Yes, forefathers. That's what is the word used. Very good, beta. So I hope everybody, and how is the class? You are understanding nicely. Okay, so these are some of the very important questions. We must have answers for it. Got it? Note down, beta. This answer note down because this is a very well asked questions in CBSE. How do mutation in germ cells differ from mutation in somatic cells? Beta, understand one thing. Mutation in germ cells will be exactly directly belonging to the, see, mutation in germ cells means if the germ cell is going to participate in reproduction means it will directly go to the, its imprint will directly go to the offspring. But if somatic cells are getting muted, then beta, after, means somatic cells will get muted, means this somatic cells will exactly not show the presentation in the in second part. But yes, the somatic cell will be having that part. But if this somatic cell will again go for reproduction, because somatic cell and germ cells are those who are taking participate. But if somatic cell will have that imprint, means germ cell will also get that, because the DNA means one cell change means it will change the full symmetry of the body beta. Yes, symmetry means the mutation will be exactly longing to the entire body system, na? It will not be logging to one cell, correct, na? So germ cells are having means the entire body coding system is exactly changing. I hope you might have understood. Very good question, children. You people are asking very nice question. Now we are going to talk about heredity, the most important section. Yes, beta. Now look here, Sanjay, if you will do like this, it's really good. Very good. Doing good. You are giving respect to me. You people are giving respect to me. Nice. My own children are doing like this. Super. Huh? So now, why are small number of individual in a species a cause for concern for genetic perspective? See, you need to understand one thing. Here, two factors are there. You need to understand. Hey, one question has been asked. I'm going to explain about this one. See, it's not about the number, it's about the impact they are generating. Understand or not? Now it can be microscopic or it can be macroscopic. Though lion is less in number, yet its impact is more. So COVID virus was less in number, but it started spreading because of its high impact. Understood? So it totally depends upon how they are muting themselves and how they are spreading themselves. So mutation and spreading. See, in this respect, macroscopic organisms are less dangerous in compared to that of microscopic organisms. Understood? Because macroscopic organism is having a big lifespan and they will mute anything and they will bring to the child only, and then the child will come, so it will take more time for spreading of disease. Got it? But microscopic organisms spread the disease like anything. Their spreading time is very, very fast. I hope you might have understood now. So now look here beta, so only genetic perspectives will be changed, but one will change fast, one will change slow. See, there are many things. Yes, adaptive. See, most of the organisms, you need to understand one thing. Understand this one crucial factor that any organism has to adapt into the environment. So if they will be able to adopt, then only they can be able to survive. Understood? And then they will be reproducing. So first is adaptation, then is, so first they have to survive and adapt that situation, and then they can reproduce and bring their offsprings. So definitely these are crucial factors for a new organism to come on a specific planet and grow. Are you understanding? So they need to make their own site. Bless you, beta. So like these type of students are very good because you people are asking questions. You have to ask questions. Yes, ma'am, can I ask later? Yes, you keep on asking doubts because these things are then whom you will ask. I'm only now. So I'm standing here and you have to ask this. If I'm knowing this, I'll definitely answer. Yes. Okay, thank you so much, Himanshu. But your explanation was very good, beta. So, genetics is defined as the branch of biology. See, understand one thing. We human, it was like in 80s and 70s now. No, it was exactly one very big curiosity was there. You might have heard the word Frankenstein, correct now? So the body of that made. See, first thing curiosity arises. Many people now they ask one question to themselves first rather than asking to outside. Are you understanding? The body design, the structure of a human always has generated a curiosity, like we are same type of population, yet there is variation. Yet there is variation. So, but when we are talking about some organisms, there also the population will be there. Correct, Nabita? So, like stray dogs are there. In that also the color variations are there. Correct, na? So, different type of species, there different species of snakes are there. But these species are also very, very different. Correct, na? So snakes varieties also, some are very poisonous, some are not at all poisonous. Correct, na? Some are eaten. Correct, na? So definitely different type of aquatic organisms are there. So all are exactly coming from a platform. Correct, na? And they are playing different role in an environment. Correct? Some are predators, some are prey. Correct? Some are getting eaten, some are making food. So definitely these will be exactly having some type of characteristics. So from how, why, the first question comes, a single question coming is why variation. Understood? And why there is this type of variation. Correct, na? And from where this variation came? Can't this question come in your mind? Like monkeys are there, dogs are there, cats are there, humans are there. How this variation is coming? And from which branch it started? There must be some branch, na? There must be some common branch. So it was, you know what, the most important, the most fascinating thing is, you know, cockroach is our ancestor. They came 2 million years before we came. Correct, na? Yes. So definitely, and without head they can stay for 1 week. They have 13 chambers heart. Correct, na? So definitely some species will amaze you. Some species will, and any type of nuclear holocaust also, if they can survive, they can survive. So definitely they are more. Yes, you can ask. You can ask. You can ask now. But you ask, please related to the content. Yes. So definitely, I hope everybody might have understood. So these are certain characteristics. Now we are going to talk about Mendel. Mendel is exactly called as father of genetics. Why these calling as father of genetics? Because crossbreeding is first not experimented. Understood not? So first, if you will study, you can ask, but it should be related to the topic what I'm teaching. Okay. Yes, the father of genetics. It is considered as what, beta? The father of genetics. And one more important thing we must understand in this platform. Okay. The contribution of not only Mendel. Mendel did, why, the first question is why Mendel did his experiment on pea plants. That is Pisum sativum. Come on, children, online children, come on, start answering the question, beta. Say, understand this one. Yes, the correct answer I am getting. See, listen, everyone. See, 7 characteristics, and these things are there. See, everybody is just a person develops strong muscles by exercising or learn a specific skill. Will their children inherit their skills? No, beta. It is your own, what you call, your own imprint. It is not. Beta, hey, listen, everyone. That's a very good question, Sriraj. I'm going to answer this question. Listen. Yeah. So there is a very good question that he asked a question that if a person is going for gym and he has made muscles, will the children will have muscles? No. It is totally dependent upon, that's a somatic variation. Understood? It's a somatic variation. See, fat, lean, thin, everything is a part of somatic variation, and it will not be affecting the children better. Now, one more question. One person has asked, Rajput, you have asked many questions, so I'm going to answer this. If a trait exists, 10% of population of an asexual reproducing species, and trait B exists in 60% of same population, which trait is likely to have arisen earlier? So definitely you need to understand one thing. Asexually reproducing organisms traits will be more prominent because they are bringing clones, beta. They are bringing clones. Yes. So pea plant are best. Now look here, Aish. You need to understand if you are talking about both are sexual males. So why is the resemblance between identical twins much closer than between siblings? See, identical twins are exactly made with same DNA. That day I talked about. Now there are two type of twins. One is called as fraternal twins and Identical twins. Fraternal twins means when two ovaries, both ovaries will ovulate. Both ovaries will ovulate and it will receive sperm for fusion. So definitely, and then the egg will go and fall into the endometrium wall, means the outer wall of the uterus. At that particular situation, what will happen? The offsprings, the children will be born and they will be fraternal twins. But same ovulated zygote formated egg will go and fuse and break into two parts. It will be considered as twins. Understood? But siblings do not have that, beta. But siblings do not have that. Now, can I go back to the content, please? So, Mendel, cousins resemblance, that much resemblance. Understood not? So now listen. Understood, na beta? Yes. So now genetics is defined as the branch of biology. You know what? Before now, psychology, psychiatric treatments and everything, depression, everything were not knowing. Understood? That time the people were associated all these things with, like if a person is depressed, showing symptoms of what do you call different type of symptoms of psychological defects. Understood not? That time the person was getting a name what? Affected with ghost. Affected with ghost. It was a very simple terminology given. Understood not? So, but now we are reading this part. So what we are doing right now, we are learning very different. I'm from Anupuram, beta. So now definitely we are exactly now not understanding. This first part we were understanding that ghost is there, this is that, but beta that was not. That was some of the defect in the mental capacity. Got it or not? And it can be coming anytime. So now look here. Genetics is defined as branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation. Understood or not? Now, how genetics is exactly coming? The person who has exactly shown contrasting characteristics. That person name was what? Yes, absolutely, beta. So I'm from South part only. So that is Gregor John Mendel, year 1822 to 1884, and he is known as what? Father of genetics. He is known as the father of genetics. The trait. See, one question is there. I think it is mismatched. So heredity and evolution, this part first we are going to do, and when we are going to talk about Gregor, I think mismatched PDF. Now look here. So the trait which are inherited from the parent to the offsprings are called as inherited trait. It is considered as what, beta? Inherited trait. But the one which is left over is called as uninherited trait. That's the best way to come out. No, beta. The selected one is considered as what? Inherited trait. Now look here. So these are responsible for similarity occurring between offspring and parents. That's what we can resemble our parents. The similarity what we shows like our parents, yes, variation, the similarity what we are showing like our parents is because of this inheritance. Understood? That's why it is called as inherited traits. What it is called as? Inherited traits. Okay. Now, the gene present in chromosomes are responsible for inheritance of this trait. So, this pass the information from parents to offspring and help in inheritance of characters. So, that means who is responsible, beta? Gene. Who is responsible? Gene. And where is the gene present? Where is the DNA present? Wow. And where is the chromosomes? From where the chromosomes are coming? The chromosomes are coming in the nucleus, that is called as, the thread-like structure is called as chromatins. Understood? The chromatins wind up together to get converted into chromosomes. Understood? It will wind up together to get converted into chromosomes. How this chromosomes winding is there? The DNA, the thread-like part of the DNA will exactly bind with histones, the pair of histones. So I'll explain class 9th content it is, which I have already explained. So come on, go for it, please. At the time of cell division only this has happened. So that's absolutely correct, beta. So now gene is functional unit of heredity. What is gene? Functional unit of heredity, because gene carries the characteristics. Understood or not? So now look here, at a specific point on a chromosome. Now how, beta? Biochemically, gene is a small fragment of DNA. Note down. Gene is a small fragment of DNA. What is gene? Because many times they are asking, what is gene, from where it is located, what is the specific function of gene. So please kindly write down this part. After that we will do the next section. Wrote down. Tomorrow morning either physics or this class only will be there. Science 6 o'clock I am going to teach. Okay, come on, go for it please. So now pay attention for this. The biochemically gene is a small fragment of DNA. Next beta, which is capable of undergoing replication. Replication means preparing its own kind. Preparing its own kind. Expressions and mutations also. So the expressions and mutations are also capable of undergoing this part, gene formation. So the chemical basis of heredity is DNA. Is it present where? Nucleic acid. Yes, the evolution part is deleted, but I wrote evolution because some part of evolution sometimes I'm explaining better. So that these genes can be defined as unit of DNA on chromosomes, which governs the synthesis of protein that control a specific character. So please, these are all chemicals, understood? So what is exactly? The gene can be defined as a unit of DNA. What is gene beta? Unit of DNA on chromosomes, which governs the synthesis of protein that controls a specific characteristics. Understood? So a characteristics in an individual can be result of single gene or multiple gene. Note down. Note down this one, please. It can be resembling from a single gene or a multiple part beta. Please kindly note down. We are going to keep it till here beta. I'm having another class. Okay. How was the class today? Did you understood the part? Indeed, you people have asked many questions. That was very good. And only two birds, lovebirds, were disturbing. You were not disturbing. One lovebird was totally out of control today. What happened? Oyen? Okay, done? Yes, Lokesh. I'll give maths division, don't worry.